Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're looking into the disappearance of Barbara Ann Bryson. She went missing July 29th, 1971 from Stayton, Oregon. She was only 19 years old. She was 4'11" and 100 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. She was wearing shorts and a tank top. She had on glasses and she had a purse. She was last known to be attending a party in Stayton, Oregon. And let's see what we have. And there's some photos when you go to do a search. So since she looks so much like this lady here, if she would have lived to have gotten older, I wonder if that's what she would have looked like in her old age. Because they look so similar. And then I have a newspapers.com subscription for a short time. So I thought I would look up her name. And this says Barbara Bryson of Harrisburg is on the right. Is that the same one? And then the three Bryson girls are underneath. So maybe that looks like a photo that might have been of her in the newspaper, right? Is that the same person? I don't know if it is, because this says Stayton and that says Harrisburg, and I'm not sure. I don't know if that's her or not. Anyway, they were picking green beans, right? I don't know if that's her, but I'm going to leave it in here just in case it is, because then they would have another photo of their missing loved one if it is. And then here's a newspaper article. Let's see if we can't zoom in. And see what it says. Wow, this is a 2007, right? Holloway family is not alone in grief. My prayers go out to the Holloway family for closure for their missing daughter. I had a sister who in Stayton in 1971, what year does this say? 1971, was abducted and never found, and her disappearance never solved. Her case to this day is listed as a missing person. Every year around this time I get to relive our family's loss. Her name was Barbara Bryson, age 18, and it says, "We love you, sis," from Don Bryson in Salem. And this is a 2007 newspaper. And it talks about Bush and Cheney and Obama on the same page. It's interesting, it's been some years since 2007 to see the different things, the different publications when you go looking for somebody. Scrolling through this, it's almost like using a microfiche reader, isn't it? I don't know if you've ever used a microfiche. I did genealogy for years, and I would sit at my desk because I bought my first not my first computer, my first desktop when I was doing genealogy, and I did it for years. And I would do it first. I would go to the library and use the microfiche reader and the microfilm reader. And to me, this kind of reminds me of sliding across the microfiche reader to look at it. And the microfilm reader you have to roll through, and it's cursive handwriting. It's so hard to read. And that was before we had all this ancestry and things like that. So, and then you have to order the death certificates and the birth certificates and pay somebody to do lookups if you didn't have a family member that would go to the library and help you. And it was like 20 bucks an hour. So if you didn't have somebody in the area that was willing to help you. So here it is. This is 2007, and they're still posting about her, and they don't know what happened to her. So if you have any information about what might have happened to Barbara Ann Bryson, you should contact authorities and let them know. You got to realize that it's been a lot of years, and you got to realize that even though you might have came forward years ago and given them information that you had, that they may not have that information anymore because it's been through, maybe they were remembering what you told them and they didn't have to write it down, or maybe they wrote it down as like notes, but they may not have those notes anymore. Or maybe you knew something but you were afraid to come forward back then, but now you don't have any reason to be afraid, but maybe you're ashamed you didn't come forward before. You know, whatever information you have, even if it's hearsay because it's not like you're going to court, you should always give that to authorities to let them know, to help their families to be able to have closure, because I don't know if she's a Jane Doe that's out there, or if they haven't found her, or if somebody might know something, because everybody deserves to have closure. They should have a right to have closure instead of being haunted for years and years about what happened to their loved ones. And it's going to haunt their children and their grandchildren and people that love them, because they may never get to know, and that's just a terrible thing for people to go through. Anyway, don't forget to pray for her loved ones and her family. And please feel free to leave comments, and have a great day. Bye-bye.